And it's not the usual that the moon calendar has 32 days. Usually it's 30 and 31 days. That's what we call the supermoon. Okay, and the supermoon was a phenomenon where the moon was in its nearest position to the Earth. And really it was 2 days of full moon. Then I took the numbers from the first day of a full moon, that was 32 days. Then I went to the formation, and the formation is divided in 8 spaces, each one divided in 4 more. So 4 times 8 was 32. Then I said, well, that's not a mistake. This is a moon calendar, 32 days. So beginning on the first day of the moon calendar, I went straight to July 4th. And there's a mark in the crop circle of the first 2 triangles or pyramid forms in July 4th, and there is one more in between the July 21st and 22nd. And that's a calendar marking the arriving of 6 ships, and the number of 6 is because in one of the corners there are 6 triangles or 6 pyramids, and that's the meaning. 6 ships are going to be arriving on Earth sometime. Some of this formation, they send me the information through extrasensory perception, and I have this like projection of events in my eyes. And about July the 1st, July the 2nd, I had this vision where this triangle or pyramid shaped ship was moving toward the sun, and that was the reason we are not seeing them, because they are coming. They are brilliant ships of energy, and they came in front of the sun, and we cannot see them. It's exactly the same what happened with the Russia meteorite in February 15.
Yes.
Nobody knew about this meteor because the meteor was coming in front of the sun, and it just appeared in the moment that was entering the atmosphere.
Yes, I understand.
I have another experience last year with 2012 crop circles, and it's about the Russia meteorite. There were 2 formations in August in England that my interpretation was that there was going to be an object entering on the atmosphere, and that object was going to be interfered by a light of beam that was coming out of Silver Hill. And that was what happened with the Russia meteor. There are videos made by specialized people where they show that the meteor was intercepted just right before entering in a position in the atmosphere where it was really harmed to the Earth. And but that crop circle in August 2012 was not referring to that meteorite. There's going to be another one bigger than that one, and that meteorite is going to be interfered too by the light beam that's going to be sent by Silver Hill.
That's very interesting.
That was, by the way, that crop circle, that formation appeared in South Korea in June 12th, my birthday, and that was a formation that most of the interpretation was about the movement of the moon and the sun in what they call the analemma. And I really wasn't encompassed with that information. It took me 4 years to really understand the meaning of that formation, and when finally I understood it, it was the path of Nibiru and the orbit around the sun. And an important detail is the moment of the 3 days of darkness. And that was the first time, the very first time that I looked in a formation, something related with the 3 days of darkness.
But I understand that the arrival of Nibiru coincides with the 3 days of darkness.
First one that in Venezuela, and that's one of the most amazing gift that nature can give to the humankind. I mean, there are no words to describe this thing. I mean, you have to imagine you have just the sun in front of you, and suddenly the sun is totally covered, and you have 80% of darkness in daytime. And when I saw this formation of South Korea, then I went to imagine what happened if there is a body 3 or 4 times bigger than the moon covering the sun. I mean, regular total solar eclipse doesn't take more than 3 minutes. But if you have a body 3 or 4 times bigger than the moon, probably this event could take several days. Then
Yes.
that was the first time that I thought, I think that what they are trying to say here is that there is a connection between the 3 days of darkness and the arrival of Nibiru.
Yes, I understand now. Yes. Sunrises. Is that Nibiru?
No, that's not Nibiru. I've seen that too. And in the crop circles of 2009, there is the information of what is that. What they are calling the Tucson really is a second planet, is a second artificial planet that's located in strategic position, and that's going to be our ship when we are ready to move to our next position, to our new home. And something like the Noah's Ark, but not only for human beings, but for all the beings that live in the solar system. And remember that there's one thing is that we are beings of energy. Okay, we are here living in this body that low way to survive outside the earth, outside this environment. And our spirit is our energy it's gonna go away to our new home. So when we move to that big ship, big planet that's waiting for us, many of us, those that hasn't opened the consciousness about the mankind ascension, they're going to be like little babies born. Imagine when a little baby is born here on Earth, the doctors, they have to hit him so he can realize that he is in a different world. And it takes to them several years to learn how to survive. And it's going to be the same that's going to happen to us. We're going to be moving to a new dimension where we don't know absolutely nothing. We don't know nothing how to move, if we're going to breathe, or we're going to eat, or how to survive there. So we're going to have, each of one of us is going to have a guardian angel that's going to take us to that big ship. And then that's this that I'm telling you is all in the crop circle. And we are going to go to what they call the Orion Nebula, the M42. That's the place where it's going to be our new home.
Wow, it's very interesting. And did you channel this information yourself?
Of this energy that I got about the crop circle, but I have people who's been working with me that they are channeling to, and I have my friend from Russia, and she is very good channeling, and she get the information and she give me the information, and she does drawings and like They've been here since in the last 4 years several times. And in 2010, in July 1st, 2010, she sent me an email and she said, Pablo, there's going to be 2 meteorites entering the atmosphere in May 29, 2011. And I said, well, there's no way that we can confirm what is happening, just waiting until May 29th. And what's happened is that in 2011, crop circle begin in March in Mexico and Indonesia, and those formations in Mexico and Indonesia were related of these 2 objects approaching the Earth. And in May 29th at 9 p.m. Standard Time, 1 green fireball entered in the United States, and the second one entered in the very next day at the beginning of the May 30th was the second one. Those 2 fireballs, green fireballs, entered, and they flew across of half of Canada and the United States. And we were.
I remember.
Yeah, and that's why was the reason that my friend, my Charlene, she received this information 1 year before, and there was this calendar in Poirino, Italy, marking the December 21st, 2011. And there's always a relation between one event and the other. And I told my friend, well, there's a relation between the 2 fireballs entering on Earth and this day, December 21st, 2011. And wow, what happened? This was a real amazing. On December 21st, 2011, exactly at 3 a.m., I have a visit in my room, in my house, and there was an annunciation. The annunciation was in Spanish. What I heard was, El Hijo de Dios se ha hecho hombre. That means in English, the Son of God has become man. And that was 3 in the morning, and at the end of that day, December the 21st, around 11:30 or midnight, I had a second visitation in my room. I wasn't asleep, and I know when these visitations occur, and I heard someone in Spanish telling me about December 21st, 2014. So there's a connection between what happened in 2010 and her vision, then the 2 objects arriving on Earth, and something happening in 25 December 2014. There's been more than 52 sighting of green fireballs in that days in May 29, and I have a witnesses of one of these fireballs. These fireballs occur in October the 6th, 2011, and this fireball went across 7 states in the United States and finally landed in Georgia, in a little town named Kennesaw. And I have this lady that she witnesses when this fireball landed, and that was amazing. I'm going to read you what she wrote me about that.